Peace, Rahul. What's going on? So this is day 77 and not smoking weed. Alright, so yeah, what I did is I went and copped some Blue Lotus and I smoked my last blunt. This is when I stopped smoking. I smoked my last blunt, and after that, boom, I had my Blue Lotus. I was smoking that until I could eventually wean that off and then get to the point where I don't smoke it off. And that's where I'm at right now. The Blue Lotus helped me get through my habit of rolling up, lighting up, and smoking. And until I could really just learn how to sit there and just breathe and be and enjoy the moment. So that was my strategy on how I stopped. You know, I was smoking after I stopped smoking weed, I was smoking Blue Lotus every day until eventually got to smoking it just every other day and every 3 days. And really, I wasn't even thinking about it after a few weeks. Wasn't thinking about rolling up because, you know, I didn't have the same chemical changes. You know, I mean, it has its own effects, but it don't have the same chemical effects as marijuana do. Right now, I'm just taking a walk, bro. It's all about enjoying the moment, and you really got to do something. Because when you ain't got shit to do, saying you used to smoking, that's the first thing your mind go to. You sitting on your ass, you just smoking. That's why a lot of people who smoke weed is lazy. Not everybody. You know, so same thing with changing your diet or what you eat. What you know you're supposed, when you do what you know you're supposed to do, it's gonna give you energy. And with all that energy, you're supposed to do something. If you sit there with all that energy and you don't do nothing, you have to put your mind to something. If you don't, you might go back, you know what I'm saying? You might want to deplete your energy. You might want to, you know, go back to your old ways. But it's really about knowing yourself and knowing what your interests are and what you want to do, and linking it to what you're supposed to do and your potential and your purpose, and then going ahead and then being productive. So really, this walk is for people who want to not just survive but thrive and change the world. For we all have the potential to do so. We all have that divine spirit within us. We all have the ability to do the will of the Most High. So, you know, you gotta focus on you. Don't let nobody else distract you or influence you to do what they doing just because they doing it. You really gotta evaluate and reevaluate your values and what you deem worthy of doing. You know, if you got something, once you figure out what you want to do, really you got to learn how to cultivate energy too. So do what gives you energy. Eating the right foods, getting out in nature, getting the sun charges you. The sun gives you energy, you know. So meditation, do what you know gives you energy, and then do that. But a lot of times when we get a lot of energy and then we haven't chose a destination or a direction, we'll use that energy to participate in an activity that drains our energy. So focus on you, what gives you energy, and do your mission. Set out to do your mission. Every day you breathe and you have a purpose. There's a reason for shit, you know what I'm saying? So do you. fuck what anybody else got to say, because all this shit is a phase and eventually it'll all fade away. So did you come here just to drink soda pops, get drunk, play video games, watch porn, party, have sex, and fuck off your life and drift and do the deeds of the devil? Or did you come here to do good works? How are you using your hands? How are you using your voice, your words? How are you using your mind? What are you creating? Are you creating destruction? You know what I'm saying? What you headed towards? Do you know where you're going? Do you know where you came from? Use discernment and intuition to guide you. Your spirit is always with you talking. Listen to yourself. You know? Now, if you want to do what you want to do what you want to do. I'm on the righteous path, and I'm caring for myself. It's not easy. It's easy to do the works of the devil. You know, because all you got to do is get... It's really all possession. Difficult to use your mind to actually do the right thing, instead of just lust and desire and drift off into suffering, in which we perceive as delusionally pleasure. You know, we gotta balance joy and pleasure, purpose and pleasure, either on the path of purpose or the path of pleasure. A lot of the times the path of purpose is painful, but nigga, get through that shit. A lot of people gonna talk. That's why you gotta sit with yourself, or really just listen to yourself. If you can't sit with it, you gotta listen to yourself, because everybody gonna try to pull you every way, always. There's always somebody trying to pull you always. Gonna be people trying to pull you all ways, all types of directions and shit like that. Yeah, I mean, it really ain't shit. It ain't difficult to really know or figure this shit out or do, but we tend to complicate the simple stuff, the simple things. Do what you know you're supposed to do. It's right. So I ain't smoked no Blue Lotus in a minute, and it's not to say that I won't, and it's not to say I won't smoke weed, but I don't want to make it a habit again until maybe until I'm relaxed and I'm ready to, you know what I'm saying? But right now, while I'm on my mission, that ain't really on my mind right now. I got shit to do. I got things to create. I got projects. I got stuff I need to be doing. Stuff I done put to the side too long. You know yourself, you know what I'm talking about. You really don't got to explain yourself to nobody. You just got to do, and what you do they got to learn how to read. If they know how to read, they don't got to be explained. It's understood, don't got to be explained. Yeah. I'm walking. The sun finally out. It's been fucking below 10 degrees damn near for the past motherfucking few months. I'm on some motherfucking thing. But nigga, once I get out, nigga, I'm gonna get some Blue Lotus and chief that bitch. But this shit's not addicting. I don't know. It gotta be something they doing to the weed. The weed, for my studies, They say it gives you mild psychosis. But they gotta be doing, and they doing shit like they not growing it right. They mixing the male and the female seeds, the male seeds with the male seeds. It's having different effects psychologically. You know, they gotta be doing something. They spraying shit. Some of them, they really do be adding shit to it while it's growing. They'll put some shit under the roots. When they plant it, they'll put some shit under the roots. They say it's organic, they say it's natural, but it's not really all the way natural. And it's affecting the growing process and the manifestation, the alchemical process of growth. You know, it's having an effect on the DNA of the whatever species of plant that you're growing. So you gotta be careful, you know. But one thing I do know, you gotta care about yourself. If you don't care about yourself, you gotta learn to care about yourself. And if you don't learn to care about yourself, and you don't care about yourself, it's not gonna, you know, it's not gonna work. Like, the first step is the desire. Psychology will teach you the first step to quitting or changing a habit is the desire to want to. And you gotta get over the denial that you have one. A habit or something that you don't want. Cause we get on shit, we enjoy it for the moment, then we be like, man, I quit this shit when I feel like. Then you go on a whole decade realizing, damn, I've been doing this shit for a whole decade, let me try to stop. And then it'd be difficult. You struggle for a whole, maybe another 5 years or to a decade just to try to quit. When if you would have stopped right then and there after your first time, or not did it at all, it would have, you know, wouldn't even been a problem. A lot of shit would have been different for you and the world and your whole reality. You know, fuck what I'm saying. Y'all do what y'all want to do. Do what you're supposed to do. You know, it's on you to apply. It's on you to pick up the tool and use it, or you gonna lose it. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna rot away. It's gonna decay. I can't do it for you. You know, and develop stress regulation. Develop stress regulating habits, daily habits, daily stress management habits. If you can't think of shit off the top of your mind, you gotta experiment with yourself too. If you can't think of nothing on top of your mind, Google some shit. Read a book. Reading a book is stress. Reading is stress relieving. Meditation is stress relieving. Getting in nature is stress relieving, because they got some sort of disorder. I don't remember what they call it, but when you're not in nature, it really takes you away from yourself. It causes psychological issues, disorders when you're away from nature too long and you're in man-constructed places. Like, if you go in nature, you'll realize there's not like no straight lines. Everything is like spiraled out. Everything is expanding and growing. But when we get in these buildings, everything has 90-degree angles, or just they have a bunch of straight lines, things that box you in. You know what I'm saying? And that's how you trap energy. So it just, y'all know what it is. Do what y'all supposed to do, man. One love, peace.